welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. It's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. On the hill and coming off a great start, Tanner Bybee. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to...
This one's into the gap in left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Fastball is outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Brennan makes the catch. Runner tags at second. The relay. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next is the Dodger DH, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here's Muncy to hit. The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. No score yet, but a runner at third with two away.
Ball, that's outside.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And the funky Muncy is stifled by the strikeout. And we're back. And towing the slab in this one, Shohei Ohtani. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. Ohtani, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Up the middle, that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Runner takes off. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And the batter now, John Kenzie Noel.
Oh, that's just out.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
And the sweeper misses. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Second inning set to go. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now Teoscar Hernandez. There's a strike. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 down, bases empty. The batter now will be Will Smith. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs, bases empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and he strikes out the side here in the second. Bottom half of inning number 2, and here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. The 2-1. Way out front for strike 2.
2-2 to count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Fought off foul. One down, bases empty. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's Lane Thomas now.
Center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Swings and misses. Went with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Here in Cleveland, on to the 3rd inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto. Out to short, Rocchio. And a quick out, number 1. James Outman will hit next. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Just missed.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time. He never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
1 down, bases empty. Struck him out looking. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the the ground right side, and that's just foul. 2 outs. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Back here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Here's Brian Rocchio.
The shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. And the sweeper is in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Rocchio leads off first with 1 away. Swings through it for the K. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. So 2 down now, and here is Will Brennan. Swings through that one.
Belly just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next pitch inside, 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That one just misses, and that's ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Jose Ramirez. Outside low, 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. This one in the air. Muncy sizing this one up. That is the inning. Back now at Progressive Field, and stepping in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. Next offering is down low.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next offering upstairs. He goes down looking. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Fastball in for a strike, and a count 1-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now the count is even.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. There goes the runner. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Runner goes again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good eye right there.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in.
Runner goes again. Got him swinging. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Mookie now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Out towards right center field. Brennan pulls it down, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth, stepping up for the Guardians, Jhonkensy Noel. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Manzardo, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next pitch is downstairs. In the dirt. Man at first, 1 away. Good job to fight that one off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, 1 out. Thomas digs in now. Swing and a pop-up. Freeman flying after this one. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Two on, 1 out. In the air, right field. Conforto on his way over. And there's 2 down. And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Strike 3, it's a strikeout for Shohei. Ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping in, Teoscar Hernandez. Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. And that one way outside. Ball 2. And there's a ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike. Will Smith to the plate.
Catcher, Will Smith.
This ball's chopped on the ground. On to first. And they get the out on Smith. And here is Michael Conforto. 2 down, nobody on. Popped up. Manzardo. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
Now pitching for Los
Anthony
Angeles.
Banda on to pitch here.
Number
He's certainly
43.
been one of their better relief pitchers this
Anthony
season.
Banda.
The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Brian Rocchio getting ready to hit.
The shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That one missed. Right through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit.
And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Will Brennan, the next to hit.
Right fielder, Will Brennan.
Next offering is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. And we're back. Top 6. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's ripped. Base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So the lineup flips over. There's Freddie Freeman now. Runner on the go. Manzardo steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air.
The new pitcher in the game, Paul Sewald.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hesung Kim will hit next.
That's a ball.
Bounce to the right side. But it kicks foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
The designated hitter, Shohei
Go
Ohtani.
ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kirby Yates. He comes on for the 35th time this year.
Number 38, Kirby Yates.
And now the DH, John Kenzie Noel.
Designated hitter, John Kenzie Noel.
Now fly ball to right center. Outman sizes this one up. Makes the grab, one down. So digging in, Kyle Manzardo.
Now batting.
One out,
First
bases
baseman,
empty.
Kyle Manzardo.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Two strikes.
And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back. We're in the
Guardians.
seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound,
Number
Cade
36.
Smith.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year.
Yeah.
The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here comes Max
Leading
Muncy.
off for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
That one out to right. Fair ball.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Swings through that.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the... Try your best to get into scoring position.
Turns and fires the bets. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And that just misses.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. In the dirt. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Michael Conforto will climb in. Check swing called strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
In the dirt, but kept close. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Deep breath, he's ready, and he fires. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Back here in Cleveland, here's Lane Thomas.
Center fielder.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Smith gathers, throws in time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Brian Rocchio now at the plate.
Brian Rocchio.
That one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient.
So they bring on the veteran, Blake Trinan.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Number 49, Blake Trinan.
So back to the top of the order. Now here is Stephen Kwan. Two outs.
Boog, the runner at first, needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
On the ground. And that chance handled. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tim Herron.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
And now the center fielder, James Outman. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking.
Went back to the slurve, and it was the right choice. So now it's Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 8th. And the next pitch is way outside. That one hit to right. Brennan sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there are 2 outs. So up next, Hesung Kim.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Got him swinging. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Evan Phillips.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan.
Right fielder, Will Brennan.
Strike 3, got him swinging. And 1 away.
Now batting,
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. bases empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Late swing, foul to the left. Rip to third. The throw to first. And Ramirez is set down. John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. 2 down, nobody on. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing, miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Here in Cleveland, all set to start the 9th in this one. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And a count 1-2. That's down and in, a slider miss.
That's a really good take.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side. Manzardo takes it to the bag, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Here's Max Muncy. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Next pitch is outside. Stays alive.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Looks like extra bases. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
That one outside. 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
We got a full count.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Oh, a breaking ball in that.
So they turn to their closer, Emmanuel Clase.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at-bat. With the go-ahead run standing at second here at the top of the 9th. And a count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 1-2 now. Breaking ball misses down and away. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That one misses. 3-2 now.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. You're going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments where everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. The 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun. The batter will be Michael Conforto.
Right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So they're all loaded up. And that's a little bit high. 3-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Triple digits on that last pitch. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Alex Vesia.
And they felt it was time to bring a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
At the plate, Kyle Manzardo.
First baseman, Kyle Manzardo.
That one finds the zone. It's 2-2. That's a little bit low. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Puts it away for the out. And now, Bo Naylor. And that one missing low. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike three. Lane Thomas getting ready to hit. Trying to send this to extra innings. Fastball for a strike. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. To the right side, Freeman. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. On to extra innings. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Falling behind 2-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Goes down looking. Substitution now at second base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Andy Pajes.
Number 44.
Here is Freddie Freeman. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And here in extra innings. And a strike. And there's a ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Here comes Pajes around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Here's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. There's the strike. Freeman, the runner at first, with one gone in the inning. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Grounded to third. Could be two. Wide throw, and it gets away. Freeman headed for third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Hunter Gaddis.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And up next for Los Angeles, Shohei Ohtani. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That one clips the outside corner. Now 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there. Here's Betts. Laser. Could be extra bases. One run's in. The second run scores. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Clayton Kershaw.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Arias digs in now. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
Brian Rocchio.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the last half of the 10th. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.